I hope that this doesn't make Tisha annoyed with me because I know she wanted some alone time.
Like, this is crazy. Like, people are really offering you money to come on this show and lie. So at that point, I was like, forget it. It's a lie. Like, now I don't believe anything.
For a long time, Tisha Scott kept quiet. She let the internet talk, she let the rumors breathe, and she let people paint her as the calm, submissive wife who would just smile through the chaos. Everyone thought she was the one who would always protect her husband's image, stay in her lane, and keep her business off social media. But baby, that quietness wasn't weakness. That was strategy. Because when Tisha finally decided to break her silence, she made it clear that she is officially done protecting the wrong people. And this time, she's not just throwing subtle shade or clapping back in a comment section. She is setting firm boundaries, drawing lines in the sand, and completely calling out what she calls the side chick mentality that has been tearing apart Black families and friendships for far too long. What started as a simple, quiet repost turned into a full-blown viral statement, and fans could feel the heat through their screens. This wasn't some random, accidental post. This was a direct, targeted message aimed straight at every woman who ever tried to play innocent while creeping around another woman's marriage. Tisha wasn't holding back anymore, and the internet is still shaking from the aftershocks.
The part of the harassing communications was you sending the picture.
No,
Right.
no, it wasn't.
Okay, that's the question I gotta ask. The question is, how do you feel about that? That makes me lose respect for Martell.
If it was true.
If it was true, yeah. I didn't
So
say
now
it was
that
true.
he's
I
saying it
assumed
wasn't
it was true.
You assumed it
now that
was?
he's saying that it's not true, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if I would believe Martell.
But before we get into the heavy shade, the secret therapy sessions, and the rumored face-to-face confrontation that might just blow up the next season of reality TV, we've got to rewind for a second. To truly understand why Tisha is speaking out right now, we have to go back to how all of this started. From the very beginning of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Tisha Scott was introduced to the world as the ultimate devoted wife, a loving mother, and a budding businesswoman trying to balance it all. She built her entire identity around family, around traditional values, and above all, around absolute loyalty. She and her husband, Marcel, were the couple that seemed completely solid from the outside. They had their little bickering moments, sure, but they always stood together as a united front. At least that's how they wanted it to look.
You know, talking about business. Like, can we not appreciate this moment right here?
I'm sorry, it's a business trip.
Then came the whispers. It started like a low hum in the background that nobody wanted to pay attention to. First, it was Martell and Melody's massive drama, the cheating scandal that completely rocked the whole cast and split the Huntsville community right down the middle. But somewhere in the middle of that ugly storm, Tisha and Marcel's marriage got pulled right into the crossfire. It started out small, a few shady, passive-aggressive comments online, a few slick jokes from Martell about how he wasn't the only man on the cast stepping out on his wife. But then the jokes turned into something much heavier. Suddenly, there were blogs getting tipped off, YouTube commentary channels digging deep, and anonymous women popping up in DMs hinting that Marcel wasn't nearly as innocent as he pretended to be. At first, Tisha brushed it off. She stayed dignified. She said it herself on the show, time and time again, "My marriage is my business, and I know what I have at home." But over time, that noise got harder and harder to ignore. Every single time she posted a beautiful family picture with her kids, somebody would drop a snake emoji in the comments. Every time she shared a clip celebrating a business milestone, there was always a troll asking, "But what about the side chick?" That kind of constant, toxic noise takes a massive toll on a person's spirit. It seeps into your peace, it invades your home, and it starts making you question the motives of everyone around you, even when you desperately don't want to.
Know something, but hearing it from somebody else make it probably hit a little different.
Do you think somehow me going to talk to him about something is going to be a wake-up call?
And for Tisha, it wasn't just about the faceless rumors anymore. It was about the utter disrespect. It was about the constant attacks from women online who seemed to actively celebrate chaos, infidelity, and broken homes instead of healing. Then, of course, there was Ariane Curry, Martell Holt's longtime mistress, and the one name that simply refuses to disappear from any Huntsville conversation. Every single time Ariane's name came up, it seemed to drag Melody, Martell, and the rest of the cast into another exhausting round of drama. And even though Tisha wasn't directly involved in Martell's affairs, she could never fully escape the collateral damage. Why? Because every time Ariane went live on Instagram or posted a cryptic, shady message on her stories, fans swore up and down she was talking about the Scotts, too. People started connecting dots that may or may not have even existed, creating rumors out of thin air. But the damage was already done. Tisha tried her absolute best to stay classy. She tried to protect her marriage while staying loyal to her friends and her castmates. But loyalty can start to feel incredibly heavy when people keep testing your peace and taking your kindness for weakness. By the time filming wrapped for the latest season, Tisha had finally reached her absolute breaking point. So when she reposted that viral clip about Sidechicks last week, it wasn't just a random scroll on her feed, it was deeply personal. The clip came from a popular podcast where the host said something that hit Tisha straight in her soul. The host said, "I can never be friends with a side chick, not in real life, not online, not ever." It was raw, direct, and completely unapologetic. And when Tisha hit that repost button on her official page, she didn't even need to write a caption. She didn't need to tag anyone. Everyone who follows the show already knew exactly who that message was intended for. Fans completely flooded her comment section within minutes. Some said, "Finally, Tisha is done being nice and playing the victim." Others said, "Oh, she is definitely talking about Ariane and anyone who supports her." And honestly, she probably was, because let's be real, Tisha has been dealing with side chick energy coming at her from every single direction lately. From the ugly rumors that tried to break the foundation of her marriage, to women online openly defending cheating behavior, to her own castmates indirectly stirring the pot just for ratings, she is completely over it. In that exact same reposted clip, the speaker went on to say, "If you help destroy someone's home, don't act like you're innocent. You're part of the problem." Tisha didn't edit a single thing out. She didn't try to soften the blow. She just let that heavy message sit there on her profile, loud, clear, and totally unbothered. That's the thing about Tisha that people are finally starting to realize. She doesn't have to scream and yell when she's angry. She moves differently now. Her silence has power, and when she finally decides to speak, it echoes across the entire internet.
But this post wasn't just a simple moment of shade. According to production insiders, this was a strategic warning shot, because behind the scenes, there is far more happening than any of us expected. Filming for the main show may have wrapped, but producers are already whispering about a major mid-season shakeup that could change everything. And the biggest rumor floating around right now, Ariane Curry might actually be stepping into the main spotlight. Yes, you heard that right. Martell's ex-mistress, the exact same woman at the absolute center of the affair that changed the entire trajectory of the show, is reportedly in talks to set the record straight on camera. Word is, producers are desperate for high ratings, and they might finally give her a full platform to air out all her grievances. If that actually happens, it is going to send massive shockwaves through the entire cast, but especially through Tisha and Marsa. Because remember, it was Martell who originally threw those wild cheating accusations against Marsa in the first place. Martell claimed on national television that Marsa had been doing the exact same things he was doing, just that Marsa was better at hiding it. Now imagine the chaos if Ariane steps onto the scene full-time. You already know she is not coming quietly. She has opinions, she has a long history with this circle, and she claims she has receipts that could bring down more than one marriage. Just think about the pure drama of that setup. Tisha, who just took a massive public stand against side chicks and the women who enable them, having to potentially film in the same room with the one woman everyone considers the face of Huntsville's side chick drama. That's not just basic reality TV tension. That is absolute TNT waiting for a single spark to blow the whole house down. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. While the internet has been busy debating her marriage and guessing her next move, Tisha and Marcel have been quietly putting in some real work. It turns out they have been actively going to intensive marriage therapy. Now, for a couple that has always gone above and beyond to appear completely solid and unshakable on television, admitting to therapy is a huge deal. Tisha actually opened up about it recently in a rare, vulnerable moment, saying that the constant rumors, the fake blogs, and the relentless online negativity were genuinely starting to affect their real life behind closed doors. She admitted, when you hear the same lies over and over again, sometimes they start to sound real in your head, even when you know the absolute truth. That level of raw honesty hit her fans incredibly hard, because for years, Tisha has been called everything under the sun by viewers. People called her naive, they called her blind, they said she was too loyal for her own good and that she was letting her husband walk all over her. But looking at it now, maybe she wasn't blind at all. Maybe she was just a proud Black woman fighting with everything she had to hold her family together in a world that absolutely loves to watch Black love fall apart for entertainment. The internet doesn't make that fight easy for anyone. Every single interview they do, every screenshot from a disgruntled fan, every old, out-of-context clip gets twisted by the blogs into a brand new storyline. And when people start connecting dots that don't even exist, suddenly your real-life marriage becomes a public debate topic for strangers on Twitter. So for Tisha and Marcel, therapy wasn't a sign of weakness or an admission of guilt. It was about pure survival. It was about protecting their sanity, forcing communication, rebuilding trust, and finding a way to establish peace when the heavy cameras finally stop rolling and the producers go home. Marcel might not be everyone's favorite husband on television right now, and he's certainly made some questionable comments that didn't sit right with women, but even he recently admitted that the weight of the rumors has been incredibly heavy to carry. He said in a recent interview, "Sometimes you spend so much time defending your name to the world that you forget to actually live your life." And that line really stuck with a lot of people. Because in the world of reality TV, perception becomes reality. Once the audience decides who you are, once they label you the villain, the cheater, or the liar, it is almost impossible to change that narrative, no matter how much truth you speak. But make absolutely no mistake about it, Tisha is not playing the victim in her story anymore. She is actively stepping into her own power, standing tall and reclaiming her narrative. Her explosive message wasn't just about calling out messy side chicks, it was a declaration of independence. For years, she played the quiet, agreeable role while everyone else around her got loud and toxic. Melody, Martell, and even the women on the retail side. Everyone had something to say about Tisha's life while she sat back and took the punches. But now, it is officially Tisha's turn to speak, and she is speaking directly from a place of painful experience. She has watched women on social media celebrate being the other woman like it's some kind of trendy badge of honor. She has seen the real-world damage it causes, the broken homes, the traumatized children, the online public humiliation, and the deep emotional scars that never truly heal. And she is using her platform to say that enough is officially enough. She doubled down on this during a recent live chat with her followers, stating clearly, "I am not against women, I am against disrespect. If you can't build your own home, stop trying to break someone else's just because you're lonely." That one line had her comment section completely on fire, with fans clapping and praising her growth. Because that wasn't just reality TV shade, that was a universal truth. You can genuinely feel the deep frustration in her words, the absolute exhaustion of having your real life constantly picked apart by strangers who pretend to know your pain, but just want to see you fail. And here is where things get even deeper behind the scenes. Word is that Tisha has quietly started distancing herself from certain longtime castmates who she feels are being a little too friendly and welcoming toward Ariane. For Tisha, this isn't just a game or a storyline for TV anymore. It's about boundaries and energy. She realizes that you cannot have people in your circle who are friendly with the very people trying to destroy your peace. She is cleaning house, cutting ties, and making it clear that if you stand with the Sidechicks, you cannot stand with her. This entire situation has completely shifted the dynamic of the show and left fans wondering what the future holds for the Scotts. Will Keisha's new, fierce attitude save her marriage, or will the constant pressure of reality TV finally cause the walls to come tumbling down? One thing is for certain. Tisha Scott is no longer the quiet wife holding her tongue. She has found her voice, she has drawn her line in the sand, and she is ready to protect her peace at all costs. But what do you guys think about Tisha's explosive message? Do you think she's right for finally setting these hard boundaries, or do you think the rumors about Marceau are eventually going to catch up to them? And how do you think she will handle it if Ariane really does bring her drama to the screen next season?